Hey, what's up? It's birthday JCB. Today on Farm Sim News, we've got more tractors heading our way, the return of the Phiber dash trailers, and lots of maps, including Calmsden Farm and Alma, Missouri. If you like staying updated with the latest news in Farming Simulator, get subscribed. Let's go. Starting off today with some green beans. Giant Software dropped a video yesterday, on a Sunday of all days, talking about green beans. They did their normal something about FS25 in 25 seconds kind of video. There's nothing new here or different in the video that you need to know about. However, I have seen a few people asking about it, so I wanted to pass along this information. If you still want to check it out for yourself, I'll leave it linked down below. So then, let's talk about modders, and there's some good stuff today. Blue Organ Modding shared that their Landini 6550, Deutz-Fahr DX3, and their Deutz-Fahr 6215 TTP are all done and with Giants awaiting testing. Some members of the Giant Step will be back on Thursday, January the 2nd, so we might see mods starting to release by then, or maybe on Friday. Also, that 6215 TTV was a big surprise. Normally Blue Organ Modding does older stuff, but this is pretty cool. Additionally, Blue Organ Modding is working on the Deutz D’06 series with their Fritz Meyer cabin. It says that the project is almost done. If you guys want to see updated information on that, hey, make sure you subscribe, that way you don't miss it. Next up, we've got RossN Mods, whose JCB Teletruk is ready for FS25. The mod can now be configured as a forklift or with a skid steer attachment on the front. This way, you can use it however you need. The integrated forks on the forklift also feature a side shift as well as fork adjustment, so you got plenty of freedom to work however you need to. Additionally, the Teletruk will be available with diesel and electric engines. Again, gotta love these choices. That's not all, because Ross also dropped their entire mod pipeline and progress report on every mod they're working on right now. The JCB Fast Track 4000 update is with Giants, as is the 8000, the Agri Loadall, attachments, and Bailey High Lift trailer, one of my favorites. The Taylor Bag Lifter is awaiting licensing, but is done, and he's still working on the other mods, including the aforementioned JCB Teletruk, 220X, Hydra Dig, Bailey TB Pack, Bailey Bowser, Bailey Bell Trailer Pack, JCB 437 Wheel Loader, and the Leaper Crane. Get ready, because there is a monster wave of UK mods heading our way soon from RossN Mods. Let's go! Speaking of forklifts, Pascal Counts also finished up another one. Say it for me. The Komatsu FH50. This is another returning mod from FS22 with the price around $63,000, 72 horsepower engine, and all the good stuff. It is made for heavy-duty work with large pallets, kind of like the prefab walls. This is in addition to the CF210 and LZ45 that we talked about on Friday, which are already with Giants. That's 3 forklifts from one modder. Get your pallets ready, it's about to go down. Next, let's check out BC Bueller Farms, who shared the first information about the Phiber dash trailer mod and its return to FS25. He's currently working on it and has added a second variation of the gooseneck trailer with a hydraulic ramp that looks similar to this. Additionally, he's planning to post the Phiber dash mod on his itch.io page next week, which I'll make sure to take a look at once it's here. He's also planning to release mods on his itch page first before sending them off to Modda for testing. There's quite a few modders that have been doing this for a little while now, and more doing it every day. With the waiting times the way they are for FS25 Mod Hub, well, this is the quickest way to get the mods out because, well, frankly, the community could test them instead of the Giants having to. They can fix stuff up that would fail anyway and get it sent back even quicker. I will leave that link down below. Hey, if you guys want to check it out, it's already there. One of my faves, Weasel Modding, dropped a teaser with some words blurred out, showcasing mods that are currently with Giants awaiting testing. I'm pretty sure that these are Store Search, Enhanced Shop Sorting, Constructible Objects, and Portable Service Kit. At least, I think that's right. He had already submitted the Objects and Service Kit last week, but has added to the list since then. Tell you what, a Store Search mod would really come in handy right now. And the last half of the video today is all about maps, starting with Oxygen David and Calmsden Farm. He has added water areas to the roads around the map as it rains, and you can even drive through them and splash the water. Kind of reacts like the way normal water does, but the little puddles. There's some tweaks that need to be done to this, of course, to get it exactly where he wants it, but a very, very cool addition. He's also added leaves to the road during autumn to give it that extra sense that things are changing, and of course, fall is the time of year that leaves are everywhere. Collectibles have also been added to the map, and they are the antiques which blend in with the map. I'm not quite sure if these are the same antiques that are on Riverbend Springs, but still a very cool addition. Lastly, Oxygen David has also added missions and added contracts to all 30 plus fields on the map. There's going to be tons to do. You'll be able to do rock breaking, log transporting, and even Deadwood missions in the woods. This is going to be a really fun map. Next up, South Sask Modding has posted what many believe to be the PDA of his first map for FS25, based in Canada, of course. If you're not familiar, South Sask is one of the modders behind the Edgewater, Saskatchewan map that was super popular back in FS22, as was BC Bueller Farms, who we also talked about today. Other than what you could see here, there's not a lot of information available on the map, but we do know that he's been working on some of the logging areas a couple weeks ago, which look great, and South Sask also has said that this will be his best map ever. Even better than Edgewater. Ooh, that's a bold claim. Can't wait to see it. Moving along, Carl TG also shared some information on their next map. And I say next map because they've already got one map submitted for testing. This is their Estonia map. What we get to see today are a few extra screenshots around the map in an industrial area with a few different purposes, including a sell point for everything in the game. This area will serve as a central hub for the map with a vehicle shop and animal dealer as well. In real life, there's not much in this area, but in Farming Simulator, there's things that you just need to make it a playable map. So this is where everything is going to go. He's also added peat to the map, which is super cool, and the map will mostly be flat since Estonia is a relatively flat country in real life. Speaking of his first map, Silver Lake Forest, it was submitted back on December 15th, but we haven't heard anything about it since. Was 15 days ago. Next, Caster is bringing back their Somewhere in Thuringia map. This is going to be Somewhere in Thuringia 4. This will be based on a new region, and there'll be two different versions of the map. One for crossplay, which will be 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, and a 4X map, which may or may not be PC only, depending on what happens with Giants in testing. We'll have to wait and see about that one. If you want to see progress on the map, you can check out Caster's fan page, which has a link to their Discord. And lastly today, boy oh boy, big news from Celobuki on Alma Missouri 25. He's finished converting the buildings with every object being reworked in Blender and Substance Painter, and they've got new textures. Additionally, the map will take up less space in 25 compared to 22, leaving more room for mods on consoles, and just working better overall. Celobuki still needs to paint some of the grounds, do some foliage, add placeables and things like that, and mainly work on productions. He's not decided yet which productions will be used, but we do know that all base game productions will be included at the very least. Celobuki was responsible for adding a ton of new productions in FS22, however, they were released later in the game's lifespan. I would suspect as the next year or so progresses, we'll see even more from Celobuki. And you can expect that as the next year or so progresses, I'll be even older, but today is the only day of the year that I have a birthday. So there's that. And just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to everything we talked about today can be found down below in the description. Remember, there are no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything is going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out Farm Sim News playlist for all the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the JGoHam fam. Double check that notification bell. That way, you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next year. Peace. Yes, the plan is to do a birthday live stream later today, so stay tuned for that.